I saw you sent a note out the other day to everybody trying to explain the valuation of this Trump company. So put that aside for 1 second, because that's interesting in and of itself. Trump's got more money out of this thing than logically it would be worth. But there's something else to it. And we were talking about this Pennsylvania billionaire, Jeff Yass, who is also a very big shareholder in ByteDance, which is the parent company of TikTok, which Donald Trump for a hot second was against and wanted to ban.
And then Jeff Yass made his way to Mar-a-Lago, saw Donald Trump, and voila!
All of a sudden, Donald
said, you know what?
I like TikTok.
I think I like TikTok.
Yes.
So Jeff Yass backing this is it's not complicated, right? Here is a mega millionaire, right? One of the richest guys in the country, the richest man in Pennsylvania. Now, the biggest backer of the shell company that's merged with Donald Trump's company. So right there, boom, one could say he's trying to curry a favor. But Jeff Yass is not a traditional investor. Right? The hedge fund that he's co-founded, Susquehanna, is what's known as an options trading firm, right? It's a derivatives house. So when lots of us look at this company and the fundamentals and say, this makes no sense, right? This is why you didn't see traditional lenders, traditional insurance companies say, yeah, we're going to lend Donald Trump money against the stock, because when you look at the company, all it does is lose money. It has a tiny amount of advertising revenue, right? It has absolutely no features, right? Any social media company that has gone public has some sort of innovation. This company does not.
Right.
But the way Yass invests, yes, he's investing. He's going to back this company, which is going to certainly help Donald Trump, hoping that Donald Trump will win. But even if he doesn't, I am sure this guy has this position hedged in 6 different ways that it's not nearly as big of a loss as one would think. Right.
So what do you call it? I mean, if you're Donald Trump, the SEC is looking at everything you do. So it's likely not illegal at this point. Mm-hmm. Jeff Yass is just the CEO of a company that's an investor in a shell firm that merged with this. It does feel like influence peddling.
Absolutely. And one could say that buying up shares of this stock is basically like unregulated ways to be a huge donor to Donald Trump. But guess what? You might not like it. It might feel yucky. It might feel like a grift. But at the end of the day, he may be the luckiest guy threading this needle, and it might work out for him. Now, Donald Trump can't sell his shares in this company right now. You know, at one point today, they were worth $6 billion on paper. At the end of the day, they were worth $4.5 billion, still huge numbers. He's not in a position to sell yet. He has a 6-month lockup unless he gets a waiver, which he might. But remember, when he goes to sell, this stock might tank.
Right, he's the biggest shareholder in it. So all of a sudden, when you try and unload that many shares, it suppresses the market.
But lots of people who are buying up the shares are also Donald Trump super fans.
Right.
And we've got the meme stock traders again. Remember, since 2019, you had all these day traders in the market saying, we're going to run a stock up, we're going to take it to the moon. So you've got those elements all coming together. And now Donald Trump, like peak 2024, has become a meme stock.
I mean, you talk to people all the time about this. Is anybody, or any sort of sensible fundamental investors, like our viewers should be, the people who say, hey, a stock's should be worth about this. Are there any of these kind of parties involved in this stock?
Not really, but you definitely have options traders who are saying, I'm going to bet on the fact that Trump might win. I'm going to see where things are going to be 6 weeks from now. No, but you do have a group of those feverish day traders that, you know, right? We're living in a time when IPOs are hot again. Bitcoin is doing well again. And since 2019, basically, when commissions to trade stocks went to almost zero with the Robinhood app and others, right? When the barrier of entry lowered so much, so lots of everyday people could get involved and trade the markets, lots of those people are now investing in this. Is it going to work out for them? Unclear, but we say this every day, like, you know, buyer beware. Just like Trump Bibles, right? We could laugh about it and say this is a grift, this is absurd, this is hypocritical. But guess what? These are free markets. If people want to buy the Trump Bible, have at it.
Steaks or vodka or whatever the case is. I'm not sure about sending a urine sample to the Trump group to get checked.
That's your own personal.
That's my own personal stuff.
Some people might like to send that to him for their own reasons.
Hey everyone, MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.